King Deuce's MMR a little low right now, but he is definitely a much better player than his MMR indicates at most times. Because he definitely takes quite a few games off of a lot of 2K plus MMR players. So, yeah. Yeah, at the top right, our red undead player, kingdeuce, going for the fast DK build against our bottom left player, the yellow human. It is a DirtBag, also known as Quirky Turtle, Django, and now apparently Wincuz Ping. He's got lots of names. And I assume we will see standard build from the human, Archmage, Bootymans. Let me update this to say Group A as well. Group A. Induce. DirtBag. Well, since I already have my camera on, I guess I'll leave my camera on too. Yeah, it is the Archmage. We do have the graveyard coming next. I'm not positive the exact route for the undead. I believe most times they creep this and then harass. However, the Acolyte scouted down here, or not scouted down, but went down here. So, oh my god. Acolyte, what are you doing? I don't know what happened. Yeah, usually the Acolyte comes up here to get critters. But since it went down there, it looks like kingdeuce is going for the harass right away. Possibly creeping this, but most likely just harass right away. It is indeed going straight across to the human. And DirtBag going for the small green first. Will he go next set of militia and straight to the gold mine after? Has not called them yet, so looking like a little bit of a slower route. So kingdeuce showing up for the gold mine, but DirtBag not actually taking the gold mine. There is a Acolyte corpse here, so Deuce does get to summon another set of skeletons. Not the worst. Stealing a creep, might be able to get lightning shield. Wand of illusion. Not too great. I don't think you want to use this early on too much. Unless you're gonna tank with the DK on something, like you can tank with this maybe. Oh, he's gonna use it to proc Bloodlust. That's definitely viable. I think getting a couple Bloodlusts off on these creeps can be huge. DirtBag going to snag the rest of these Murlocs. His main base, he has no tower. Needs to be very careful with these militia. But two of the skeletons timing out, and one more going to potentially get picked off here by the Archmage. One more hit, denied? Oh, misclicked maybe. Oh no, he just forgot about them. I thought he was trying to deny. Yeah, DirtBag looking to probably expand now. There is a couple, or maybe even like 3 Bloodlusts out. There's at least 2 Bloodlusts on the creeps. Which now there's a third, which will make the camp significantly harder having 3 Bloodlusts out. However, this is a lot of human, and there's not much undead. You got like 1 skeleton and a DK. No fiends. The fiends are kept at home. He has a rod on the fiend, but he hasn't brought it. He does snag the blue ogre though with a coil. Nicely done from Deuce. But the item, the pendant, going to the human. And we'll snag one more creep actually. The Deuce nearing level 2 off of this. Nice pickups. But he hasn't actually dealt damage directly to the human. It was just steals on the creeps. And not getting any damage on the human is going to be very difficult in the mid game to push properly. So this Expo will get up pretty easily. Finally getting his fiend and the second rod arriving. Illusion on a fiend as well. DirtBag may have seen that one though, because he kind of casted it in his face. And finally, looking to take out some of these peasants. DirtBag focusing the illusion a bit. Good job by Deuce to get that one focused. One peasant will fall. Might be able to get another peasant with a coil plus skeletons at some point. But another fiend already weak and having to back off. Can come in for the coil here at some point. Oh, has to coil his own fiend. Ah, that hurts. Because that's less damage to the economy here. Oh, does he get the peasant though? No. Skeletons taken out, and only one peasant lost this whole time. Very rough start for the Undead player. Tech underway for the human. Undead has reached tier 2, Slaughterhouse, Lich on the way. But not much damage yet. Now, this is good. DirtBag a little mispositioned, no tower up, going to lose a peasant instantly. There is still 3 uses of the rod, and DirtBag kind of caught out here. Did not scout with a footman on the side. There is only one coil though, so Deuce will have to eventually back off soon here. But Lich is on the way. And he did get one peasant, maybe a second here. The aggro switched. So not able to get this peasant, but might find the time to send in another skeleton. Tower still not built for DirtBag either. But his tech, well underway, almost 2/3 done. And did the Lich come in with another rod? He did. So another rod, a potion here, and potion immediately having to be used. Going for the coil. Little Nova focus fire on the Archmage, wants the Archmage to back off. Might see a shop built here now because of that. Yeah, shop built on the side. Blacksmith to block. And there's still 6 footmen. I did not see if he has defend. However, I would assume he has unlocked it by now. Especially with his tech about finished. It should have been done. But the tower is so late! Can Deuce get this? DirtBag's ready for it. He's going for the repair. It's about to finish. Oh, but the Nova backs the peasants off. Tower finishes. Repair, DirtBag! Deuce gets the tower. Huge pickup. But at the same time, Deuce's army is still weak. 2 fiends, red health, having to run. Boots on the Archmage will be able to chase those down if he can multitask properly here. And footmen split up, a few on each fiend. Deuce just having to back off. And the Archmage, one more pick off. Level 3 unlocked. Huge for the human. You would have liked to get level 3 sooner, of course, but you know, getting 2 fiends, that is huge. Water Ellie getting put to work on that statue. You want to get these down as low as you can with your elementals. Because with the statues gone, that forces them to be morphed, or they could potentially even be killed. But if they're morphed, then they have to keep producing statues. And more statues, and that prevents them from getting other things like more fiends or mana potions, etc. Tier 3 underway, Mountain King here. Double workshop. We're gonna possibly see tanks. It might just be gyros. He does know these are likely to be morphed at some point. And DK would really like to reach his level 3 here soon. But Deuce just not getting much done so far. Going to wisely TP out. Will he save the statue? Does save the statue. Oh my god, what happened to Deuce's tech? The human is teching at the same timing as Deuce. Deuce must have forgot his tech. I know he went for the Lich and the Slaughterhouse, but I think there was some time where he could have teched sooner than this. So a bit of a rough game so far for our Undead player. See if he can turn it around here, but it's looking grim. The human is in a very comfortable spot, not getting pressured currently. Double workshops are up. He is just going to go gyros, no tanks. Getting a couple gyros and then that flat cannon. Throwing in Sanctum. Might see even a second barracks, but the sanctum probably for a few breakers. Yeah, this statue still low. No destroyer form as he has not even reached tier 3 yet. But staying in the game, trying to get his creeping done. Human has not actually got his Mountain King leveled though, so Undead does still have that going for him. The human only being level 3 and level 1. But otherwise, still very much human favored. But some hero nuke could change it around. There is the Orb of Corruption unlocked now. And just continuing to creep. Could get potentially a level 3 Lich here. Human also trying to do what he can to creep. Okay, picked up the Pit Lord. Gets Flute of Accuracy, huge pickup. And steals the level 6 Furbolg thing. Oh my god. And then the Mountain King is low as well. This is exactly what Deuce needed to turn this around. Huge pickups there. Getting the center item, getting the level 6 stolen from the human. And MK being low. But Paladin is here. Knights are out. Still going to be very rough for the Undead player, because once those Knights pump out, that's usually where you have to back off. But this is where he wants to push. So what do you do as the Undead here? Looks like so far he's just going to continue creeping. Level 2 Pit Lord unlocked. We have Howl of Terror plus Rain of Fire. So no cleave actually. Very interesting choice. But very strong combat wise in terms of like Fire being able to take out gyros or peasants, and Howl being able to straight up fight against knights better. However, it is very mana intensive, which is why cleave can also be a good choice instead.
The town is under siege.
And double temple. This is probably the best way to make a comeback. Catch the human off guard with some banshees and possess. But there's already 3 knights here. Will he be able to pick off some of these fiends? He already does have his Orb of Fire and Staff of Sanctuary, so any knight that gets focused or hero that gets focused can be staffed out. MK dropping low, gets Holy Lighted, staffed out, but a poor staff right up front. We might see Deuce turn and focus this. Does he notice? The MK's up front. He notices. Oh no, how do you save this? Oh, leveled up too? It's gonna be a level 2 MK loss. Oh, this is why sometimes these farms should be built here and here. Because you want to block it off so that the staffs go into the back. Instead, MK caught out front, level 2 MK going down. Very big pickup for the Undead. Tavern rebuy on that MK as he was level 2 already. Leveled up mid healing from the staff there. And the Lich is just taking out everything. It's a slaughter on the peasants. But the knights have arrived once again. Mana Stone being used on the MK. Looking for some kills here. There is no TP. Surround on the Lich. That's a dead Lich. There goes your main source of damage. And suddenly the human going to start leveling up here. Should see at least one more fiend picked off. Might see another bolt on the next fiend as well. Does have boots on this MK. Should be able to track this one down. Lich, will it be rebought? It is pretty expensive. Level 3 Lich, I think that's like 510 gold maybe. And so Deuce not able to afford it yet. Just having to run away. This Undead army looking a little pitiful at this point. Little block with the knight there on the fiend. And one more bolt should follow in 2 more mana. One more fiend down and Deuce kind of crippled here. The Banshees here could potentially turn the game around, but you really needed more of those fiends alive. Without the fiends alive, the human can just dive on those Banshees with nothing else, you know, threatening anything, nothing else blocking, etc. However, I don't know if DirtBag has actually scouted this. He may not have seen the Banshees. So if Deuce just has so many Banshees, he might be able to literally get possession on every knight, and you know, DirtBag might only be able to stop 2 of them with like bolt plus, you know, bolt on one and focus fire on another with like breaker heroes. Sees the Banshees now, immediately bolts one going to be taken down right away. Gets coiled, but not enough. And yeah, the Banshees, while they can be good against these knights, need to have a little bit more army backing them up to buy time for the possessed to go off. And immediately queuing into mortars and fragmentation now that he's seen the Banshees. Good choice there by DirtBag. Not much anti-air currently. Oh my god. There was ghouls in the peasant line. They did not kill much though. I don't see any corpses really. But good idea. Air could still be a problem for DirtBag as he does not actually have gyros anymore. But it would be hard to outmass in air when there is double workshop available. Banshee getting taken down right away again. Lich finally has arrived, but the Banshee's just not getting done what he needs to get done. Staff out on the one being possessed. And now these just do not have mana. There's no more possessions to come out. Little focus fire on the Archmage. Going for a last ditch effort on hero kills. But DirtBag safely TP's out. And Deuce having to call the GG there. Can the king rise back up against the turtle? Or will a DirtBag conquer? Top right spawn, our red undead player, kingdeuce. Once again, going for the fast altar, fast DK build. And bottom left, our winner of the last game, DirtBag, the yellow human player, playing standard, as you would expect from a human. You know, that's what humans are good for. Just play standard. Yeah, 1-0 for a DirtBag here. I guess I can even put that up if I want. This map, I think, I actually saw them play this map last night on ladder, and Deuce had a rough start. But I do think this map can go... I mean, generally last map's good for Undead, but I do think this map can also go pretty well for Undead if you catch them at the creep properly. Like if you get the right timing with your DK arriving here, this can be a very difficult camp for the human. There is poison creeps, there's a level 5 null, there's a purge null. So a lot of creeps that can be stolen and a lot of damage that can be done to peasants. Let's see if Deuce can capitalize on that this time. Looks like Deuce will go for an early creep this time, not going to do the instant harass. At least I would assume so with the Acolyte here. There's probably a critter that he picked off somewhere, going to use that rod on and then engage the creeps. Who's Winka's ping? Yes, DirtBag. This is his new account. It's only his 50th account. He's got a lot of them. DirtBag, aka Django, aka Quirky Turtle, aka You DirtBag, aka some other AKAs probably. But yeah, Deuce summoning the skellies, going for the creep. Nice little footman here, but gets ensnared. Oh, one footman down. Very good start here for Deuce. Even getting it surrounded, so he will not even have to invest a coil on it. Skeleton also gets denied. The creep is slowed down a bit though, and he has taken a decent chunk of damage on his DK. But killing that first footman, pretty huge. But the creep being definitely not ideal. This DK has taken a lot more than he would have liked. These creeps keep hitting the DK. He can't get him to focus the skellies instead. DK is continuing to take damage, below 200 health, and the human already going for the expo. This little creep has taken way too long, and the DK is so low. Picks up a second rod, no ritual dagger. Almost would have liked to see it just because without that. Oh wait, he did reach level 2 though. That's the other benefit of the footman kill. You do reach level 2 off that camp. Having this unholy aura is huge. But DirtBag went super fast. I'm pretty sure he started this camp before it was even night, and now he's finished it. And Deuce, sitting at the fountain, not going to be able to do much here. We'll be able to show up afterwards and potentially summon some skellies, try to get some peasant kills. But DirtBag's already finished the camp. Everything's fairly healthy overall. And level 3 Archmage will be putting in a lot of damage. One peasant will go down, a second peasant looking to go down here as well. To the skeleton and hero focus fire. Yeah, a lot of peasants going to potentially fall here in the end, but you know, DirtBag has had time to prepare for this. I'm sure he's been continuing to pump more peasants, should be able to send some more over to his expo. DK has dropped low now as well. Claws +9 and circlet and cloak, these are actually insane. These are actually insane. Potentially the best item combo he could get if you value the cloak. I mean, obviously mantle or something could be better than cloak, but cloak can be a like win the game item sometimes if you like save your hero with it. So these are pretty good overall. I don't hate them. It's more important that he got the circlet and the claws +9. Those are the big pickups. The other item can be whatever. So yeah, DirtBag easily fights off Deuce here. DK dropping low. He did lose quite a few peasants. But yeah, going to sell the cloak. Wants the item space probably. Pick up the boots. However, I wouldn't have hated him keeping the cloak as well, as hiding on a hero can be very good in the mid game if the Undead's plan to win is to focus a hero, for instance. Might be able to force them to buy dust. Yeah, Lich on the way, Slaughterhouse on the way. And let's see if Deuce can get a better tier 3 timing this time. Last game, it was a little delayed. I believe he forgot about it for a while. And DirtBag also on the way to tier 2. Expansion up pretty cleanly and Deuce not doing much about it anymore. And even going to steal the lab from our Undead player. What item is he going to get? Raider healing. Oh my god. Never lucky items, Kappa. Just claws 9, circlet, greater healing, XD. Okay. Deuce, oh my god, these traps some peasants. A couple peasants getting killed here is pretty huge. Crippling the wood economy of the human can end up preventing the tier 3. So this is really big. That's 3 peasants down already. 4th peasant sure to go down to the skellies. That's a lot of skellies in there. DirtBag needs to send some footmen, or I guess, yeah, he's calling all militia. Oh, Deuce, a little bit of misfocus fire. Will get 1 peasant. Oh, gets both. 2 more peasants down. That's huge. In the meantime, taking down 1 footman, saving all of his fiends. DirtBag going to be crippled on wood at, well, when he reaches tier 2. Hopefully he is continuing to produce peasants, otherwise he is going to have trouble. Level 3 DK unlocked. That level 2 coil, a crucial point where you can actually nuke back on heroes or even nuke footmen if you want to pick some retreating ones off, but also to save his own fiends. Having 400 health healing on his fiends rather than 200 is a big difference. Now that's twice the effectiveness right there. Taking out the water alley. DK dropping low though, needs to be careful against these claws. Does use 1 coil on a fiend. DirtBag going for a surround, not going to hit it though. He does have defend, not currently active, pops it there. Level 4 Archmage, getting that level 2 aura, pretty huge. We'll see a constant stream of water ellies, but the statue has arrived, and now the human going to back off More towers. Shredder here. Oh wait, he did. I forgot about that. He bought the shredder at the lab. Okay, his wood problems are not as bad as I thought. I forgot about the shredder. But I don't think it's actually mined that much yet. However, shredders pick up pretty quickly. So, not a big deal. Archmage's dropping low though. Sending some footmen into the acolytes, but needs to be careful. There is one more coil here and a couple mana. And Archmage is almost in killing range. Footmen probably not going to get any kills, but will get the acolytes to run around for a bit, preventing mining. And just buying time with the defend up. Does have to use the greater healing here. Went a little too deep on the Archmage. And DirtBag looking to just kind of dive this. Will be feeding a lot of Footman XP. But he's preventing the Undead from hitting him and preventing the Undead from creeping. So not the worst, but... Oh my god, he might even get a statue. That would be huge pickup. And the Footman, they get this. He's getting the other statue. Oh my god, 2 statues down. DirtBag. This man's wild. Footman finally falling with the ghouls now attacking them. The water alley's putting in a lot of work, and it just takes so long for these defend footmen to fall. DirtBag actually TPing out. Wants to save his MK so that he can continue keeping it, you know, alive and creeping. Double workshop on the way, towers queued up, and upgrades as well. There is a small timing here if Deuce runs straight across, but DirtBag is aware of that and he is marching out just so that he can buy time if needed. But Deuce, since he does not have much mana, is not going to end up coming across, instead going to try to creep the center. DirtBag spots this, realizes he has time, his towers will get up. No towers in the main though, apart from the one arcane. First masonry upgrade, and there's knights! Paladin! DirtBag's reached his tier 3. Oh my god, I did not see it, but the MK stole the XP. With a bolt from the ogre. The item did go for the undead though. Medallion of Courage. Coil coming out on the fiend. Statue once again getting oh my god. Oh, nice surround on the Archmage though. Will actually save the statue because of that too. Needs to TP, does TP. Or does he? It doesn't save the statue. The MK actually just chases it. Our little ghoul with boots smacking away. Okay. Should have orb, staff. Throwing up a sanctum for a few breakers. And Paladin is here. Might have to staff the Paladin right away. Does have more farms up front, so higher likelihood of Paladin in the back, but Deuce realizes he's in a rough spot, sees the first knight, and the Death Knight was also falling there. Calls the GG, and DirtBag with a clean 2-0. Just had some very comfortable expansions that game. I think Deuce actually beat DirtBag yesterday on ladder and then lost to DirtBag once as well, or twice. But today, it is the 2-0 for DirtBag.